Hello everyone. As you know, the deaf community faces a lot of issues whenever they go somewhere in public, whether it's to a shop or to a bank. We try to demonstrate this as well by making videos on different scenarios. However, the biggest problem they face is when they go to the doctor or to a hospital. That's why we asked 10 deaf people to tell us what kind of problems they faced when they went to a doctor or to a hospital. They shared their stories with us and told us what happens when they visit the doctor. This video is to spread awareness about how deaf people suffer and how important it is to have interpreters in public spaces. Hello everyone. Do you know what kind of difficulties we face in the hospital? There's a communication issue. I went to the hospital once. I was sick, but they couldn't understand what I was saying. I tried to write it on my phone, but I couldn't. It takes a lot of time. The doctor doesn't have the time as well to read the text. So that's the issue. Before, I used to go with my dad to the doctor, but he passed away. Now I go with my brother. But if I'm alone, then it is very hard for me to go there and talk to the doctor. The government should take the initiative that the doctor should know sign language. Even basic science could do good, because it gets very hard for the deaf people to communicate. There should be interpreters there to help the deaf community. This will make it easier for the doctors and the patients as well. Thank you. Hello everyone. My name is Atif Salim and I am from Nashera. I'm going to talk about the problems I face whenever I go to the doctor. Ever since I was a kid, I have never gone to the doctor by myself. I always go with my dad, my cousin, or my uncle. I cannot go alone because I'm deaf and the doctor is hearing. So it gets very hard sometimes because my dad is busy or my cousin has to go somewhere. I have to wait for them when they're free so I can go with them to the doctor. So this is an issue. It gets very stressful. I think that there should be interpreters available so I can go by myself. It would be so easy for me and all the other deaf people as well. This is something very important. Thank you. Hello everyone. I once went to the hospital when I was sick and I had a sore throat. I told the doctor that I had chest pain and throat pain. I was trying to tell him that I want to get an x-ray, but there was so much problem in communicating that he couldn't understand what I was saying. So I had to write it down. He told me where to go for the x-ray in the hospital. I asked him if he could go with me, but he refused. He said he was busy. So this is the biggest problem, communication. If there are interpreters available, then it would be very easy for everyone. Hello everyone. Whenever I visit the doctor, I never try to say anything. I always sit quietly. My brother or my dad try to explain what's wrong with me. I sit quietly. Why? Because there is no sign language and it is so hard to communicate. I always think that if someday there is no one available for me, then how will I survive? I keep thinking about this. Sign language should be a rule. There are no rules about it right now. The government should take a look at the hospitals and other public places and have interpreters there. We need interpreters, especially in the healthcare sector. The government should help the deaf people. Whenever the doctors or nurses are doing a checkup on a patient, they should have an interpreter available with them so they can explain to the deaf person what's going on. Hello everyone. When I went to the doctor, I tried to tell them what's wrong. I had a flu, but why did I have the flu? They didn't tell me. They couldn't explain to me in detail what's wrong. So I felt really angry. Then, at another time, I went to the doctor because I had a problem in my stomach. They gave me some medicine, but I didn't feel right that I had been given the right medicine. I told my brother about it and he went to the doctor with me. He talked to the doctor. Then the doctor apologized and said that he misunderstood and told us to get rid of the other medicine and prescribed us a new medicine. So there was a problem in communication. That's what I think. Communication is the biggest issue that we have to face when we go to the doctor. There should be interpreters available to help the deaf community. Hello everyone. So today I'm going to share my story. A little while ago when I was at home, I felt some pain in my chest. I went to the doctor. The doctor checked me with the stethoscope. He wanted to see if I had some trouble breathing or if there was any pain. He checked twice and took my blood pressure as well. After that, he started asking me questions, like what I had to eat and other questions related to my health. But it was taking so long because he didn't know sign language and I couldn't hear. Then after a while, he got to know what the problem was and gave me the medicine for it. He communicated through typing, but it was really hard and took long. Once I went to the doctor because I had a sore throat and a headache. But they couldn't understand what I was saying. I tried to explain to them that I was deaf. The doctor gave me the medicine for my throat. But when I went home, I took the medicine and it didn't help me. So I went to the doctor again with my aunt. My aunt helped me because she knew sign language and she was hearing. She interpreted for me. She told the doctor that I am deaf and then they helped me. I think everyone should learn basic sign language so it becomes easier for everyone around you. Hello everyone, my name is Jawar and today I will talk about the problems I face whenever I go to the doctor or the hospital. Once I went to a doctor and told him that I have a headache. He gave me the medicine, but I told him that I don't want this medicine, I want another one. But it was so hard to communicate, so if the doctors or the receptionist know a little bit of sign language, it will become very easy for us. Thank you. Hello, my name is Saqib. Once I went to the doctor where they asked me what's wrong. I told them that I was deaf. Then they tried communicating by typing their words. But the words they were using were so hard. I could barely understand what they meant. Another problem is that they were trying to communicate with me in speech. I tried to understand what they meant, but I couldn't. Third, there was no sign language interpreters there. If there were an interpreter, it would have been so easy for me. It gets very hard for the deaf community. Doctors ask a lot of questions, like what you ate last night, or what's going on, what's the problem, if there's any pain. It gets very difficult to explain what's going on. For me, we were communicating by typing our sentences, and it was very hard. Hello, my name is Sadaf. Whenever I go to the doctor, I don't go alone. I can't go to the doctor alone because I'm deaf, so I go with my mom. My mom talks to the doctor on my behalf and explains what's going on with me. The doctor talks to my mom and gives her the prescription. I just sit there and stare at them because I can't hear what they're talking about. I ask my mom, "What are you guys talking about?" My mom tells me to wait, so I wait. When we get home, I ask my mom, "What did you guys talk about?" But my mom always gives me a summary rather than telling me the entire conversation. I tell her that you guys talked for so long. How can it be so short? I saw you talking for a while. So, if someone tells me in detail what's going on, I would understand what's wrong with me, and then I'll take better care of myself. So, this is an issue that we have to deal with.